My plan today is to move this tank, and this Paludarium all into the studio. It's a big task, but let's get on with it. So I've still got to take all the black off the back of that, but this is going to be Timmy's new Paludarium. It's a good size, isn't it? I mean, compared to this little one here, and now we've got that one there. It's the next stage up, and I think it'll be really cool to build something with a beastly log sort of coming upwards that can, like, you know, leap out the water, but still be safe for him because he can't escape the height. Whereas if I do that here, obviously I'll just find him on the floor one day. So I've moved over to Paludarium. The move went fine, obviously, because it's all here in one piece. But I had to take everything out of the bottom, so there's nothing in there at the moment. Let me show you. That's awful. Zoom. Yeah, so there's nothing in the bottom. I want to fill that all back in and do a proper scape in there. Nothing too complicated, because I'm going to be using it as sort of like an area just to put really nice guppies that I've bred into there. Just a select few, really. And then the future tank that's going to be for Timmy, remember, over there. I accidentally put the wood in like this just to see if it would actually fit. It kind of does, kind of doesn't, but I really like what I've done there. So it's coming up sort of halfway, and that'll be a basking area, and the water can come up to this area. Background, loads of rocks, and then all the ferns coming at the top. I think that'll look really cool, nice and simplistic. I was going to take off the black background and make it clear, but I think I'll keep that black as well. To be honest, you're not going to see much of it because the ferns will be in that area, but that's going to look sweet. I can just imagine him perched there now, heat coming down, just bathing away, hopefully anyway. So the discus tank is going really well. I've just fed them. Everything's perfect with the fish, but we need a cleanup crew in here. We really do now. I mean, let me zoom in. So hopefully I'm picking up there. You can see on some of the leaves, there's like a sort of blurriness and dustiness. That is the diatom algae and a little bit of hair algae. Guys, come on. I'm trying to show everyone. Yeah, so that leaf's a good example right there. Let me zoom. I'm fully zoomed. There we go. So you can see it all on there. Ottos will get rid of that in no time. Now, I've kept Ottos with discus before with no problems. In fact, my original 8 that I got in my discus aquarium at home are still all in there. So if you remember a few videos ago, I got some more Otocinclus, but I didn't want to put them straight in because I wanted to check out and make sure that they're all okay. That's called quarantine. Here they are in this setup, and they are doing really, really well. There's no problems, no issues at all with them, and I want to put them across. There should be 8 in here. There's 5 there. I'm going to find them all. They're just dotted about everywhere. Reflections. So the Otocinclus are now being temperature acclimating for about 30 minutes. The temperatures now match. I've got a thermometer, you see, so I always check. It's time to get them in the tank so they can start doing their job and cleaning. So straight away these guys will get to work. Hopefully I genuinely don't think the discus will bother them. We'll soon find out. They spotted him. He spotted him. What are they thinking? They're not attacking. They're just inquisitive, I think. They're just like, what's these new things in our tank? I don't know what they are. They seem to be easing off now. That's good. Whew, for a minute there when they were charging in, I was a little bit worried, but that's nice. Like, they all stay together in a group. Discus have decided they're not food, and I have just fed the discus, by the way. So, no, not food. Not food, guys. Leave them. That's it. You just, guys, you have a little AA meeting or something out the back there. Hopefully we're going to be fine. Oh no, they're all grouped out there. What's going on? Okay, there's one down there. He seems to be doing fine. Go find your group. You don't want to be on your own. There's safety in numbers. These guys are all huddled around the back. I think we're through the worst of it. Everything seems okay. Right, there's a couple there. There's a couple there as well. And if you guys remember, I've also got 6 of the peppered cories. But after doing a bit more research, the initial site that I got some information from, I don't think was correct. Well, it did say that the upper limit for them was 28 degrees Celsius, which is what I'm keeping this at. But no pigeon blood. Leave them, naughty. Yeah, it did say that 28 was the upper limit, and then other places are saying it's nowhere near that. But I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to go with bronze cories because they can more than tolerate this temperature. Stir-by cories if I can find some as well, but for now we'll just see what the auto sinkless do and then look for another source of cory for later on. And that's not a problem because I'm setting up another tank soon. Sneak peek. Anyway, these cories can go in that tank. It's going to be a black water aquarium. Decent temperature for them, around 24 degrees Celsius, so they should enjoy that. Tell you what is quite nice, guys, is I can just sit here editing with, you know, I've got right behind me this whole aquarium, and I can just sit there and see over to this aquarium and just watch them and see how they're doing with those ottos. Now, oh, there's just a little school of them right in the background there. They seem to have stopped chasing them. I chucked in some more food as well just to sort of distract them for a bit. There we go, right at the front there. Nice little school moving along, and everything seems to be good there. Yeah, they're leaving them alone. Brilliant. Okay, so they've worked it out. They're not food, they are friends. And it looks like we've got some guests. Hey, hello. What's this here? What's this one? Is that good? You like that one, do you? That's the one that George has just hacked up. But it looks good, doesn't it? What do you think, babes, of the discus? I'm not going to point this in your face the whole time. Yeah, they're huge, aren't they? You being brave. Oh, you want them? What are they, Goose? Massive, aren't they? Right, it's been several hours, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's number 8. We're all good. The discus aren't even chasing them anymore. I think they're actually too quick with the discus, to be honest. I know discus can swim fast when they want to. Like, they can flash across this tank in a second. But I mean, the manoeuvrability of the auto sinkless seems to be prevailing here. So thankfully, we're all good.